Hey guys, Scott with the Hydroponic Gardener. Hope everybody's doing all right. I'm just going to do another update on my systems here. This is actually a deep water culture tote I've got around the corner from my main system. I don't think I've shown anyone that. Got some cantaloupe growing in it and just a standard strawberry bed there. I had a subscriber ask about the float valve that I put in my reservoir. I had mentioned that I use that to help maintain the water level without having to watch it daily. The temperatures get pretty hot. It's like 95 degrees today, and it can really suck the water down. I mean, there's about 24 plants in that system, and with this Rubbermaid tote here, it only holds about 55 gallons, but I don't actually have it all the way to the top. So I mean, the 24 plants that are in the system can really suck down the water. But that's the auto float valve right there. That's right in the center of the system, and it's just hanging at this point. When the water level rises, it shuts the valve so that no more water will come out. So here's to show you kind of how it's working. You see the water running down the bottom there, and when it fills up, the water pressure will push that float valve up, and then it stops flowing. So that's really a very simple, non-electronic way to control the water level, which is nice because then I don't have to babysit it every day. But you can see that it just fills up at its own pace there, and once it gets full, it takes care of itself. So this runs all the way over to a 250-gallon IBC tote, which I keep filled up with just pH balanced water. These are all the return drains here from the 3 different pipes, or the Dutch buckets and the 2 pipes on the sides that come in on their own returns. But yeah, that's it. I don't put any formula or nutrient formula in the IBC tote just because it can throw the numbers off. The plants are going to take in more water than they will nutrients when it gets really hot, so it can kind of go wacky with your numbers there if you do that. So I just pH balance the water in that tote to 6.0, and then that just gets fed in there regularly as the plants drink up water, and it doesn't change the nutrient numbers too bad. The only time they're changing is when the plants are eating them, so eating up the nutrients, and then I just add a little nutrient concentrate to it after I mix it, the master blend, and pour that directly into the tote to balance that out. And then this styrofoam top I just put on the top here to cover it from light, and weight down with a couple pieces of wood. But yeah, this is the NFT system, still doing good. I've harvested some chard and kale out of here recently, and I've still got a bunch going crazy. A lot of snap peas and green beans and stuff that are doing well also. And my winter squash plant here is still blowing up like crazy. It's finally got blooms on it, so it's got some flowers coming out there, but it's just taken off. Got it attached to the trellis already on the back side, so hopefully it'll start climbing up that. And then another row of peppers here are doing really well. We've got peppers on both sides. This one you've actually got, I just noticed the other day, it's finally starting to produce some. See this little one popping out right here, and there's loads of blooms all over them now. So the heat picked up, so I think it's kind of activated the plants to take off, and they're doing pretty well. We had a really bad windstorm a couple days ago, and it kind of had wreaked havoc on the system, but as far as the plants go, I had to try and tie them down a little bit better. This one here you can see is in half. I broke it in half on the left here. I'll zoom in on it so you can see, but right at the top there, just cut it right in half. So it's not too much to stress about, though. These little the side shoots will pop up and turn into a main stem, so it won't be too big of a concern. But just to show you the difference here, I mean, these tomato plants were seeded roughly around the same time as some small tomatoes I got over here. Small tomatoes I got over here that, you know, are just in soil, and I mean, they're watered daily. I don't really have to do anything with the other ones other than just check the reservoir from time to time, but those are only about 4 to 5 inches tall, and these ones here are, I mean, I would guess maybe 12 to 14 inches tall. They're huge. So they're doing good with the amount of time that they've both been in the systems. It just shows the comparison with hydroponics versus soil, and it's lower maintenance in my mind. I mean, that's what I love about it. So if you guys have any questions, as always, hit me up, And if you like this, please subscribe and you'll get notified for future videos. Have a great day. Bye.